A couple things I thought, anytime you can get a win, it was good. That's a well-coached basketball team, Christian Brothers. They got a chance to win the D2 National Championship. I mean, Coach he's close to getting 500 wins. When you're getting close to 500 wins, unbelievable. So, I felt there were some positives. Obviously, I felt our press was good. It kind of warmed down in the second half. But we got to make free throws. We got to make three-point shots, and we're a good shooting team. So it's just going to be within time. We got to keep working at it. I felt first half defensively in the post. Number 33, City Saul, really hurt us. But then we were better the second half. I was really proud of those inside guys giving us the contribution that they gave us. So, but Thursday we open up for real against Austin Peay. I've watched tape on them. This is a good basketball team, and they've got good players. They are very, very well coached. When your name's on the court, like Dave Lewis's name's on the court, you know what you're doing. And he might have 600 or 700 wins, but this is a well-coached team with good guys, and we're gonna have to bring our A game on Thursday, and that's our only focus right now is getting ready for Thursday.
Seemed like your vets, the guys you know about, they played less than the new guys. Was that just wanting to see?
Well, yeah. I wanted to get one. Karan Iverson is not going to be able to play next Thursday due to the NC2A, playing in the summer league game up in Hartford, Connecticut. So he has to sit next game. So I wanted to give him some time so I could see him. I wanted to give Nick time because I didn't get to see him the previous time. Obviously, Markel, Dominique Woodson. I wanted to, Damian Wilson even a little bit, but I wanted to get those guys some time so I could see them. Because I have a good feel, and Austin Nichols as well, too. I have a good feel for Joe, Chris, and Jaron. And I also felt Michael Dixon, I need to give him a little time because, again, he hasn't played in over a year. Really, we had three guys who haven't played in over a year, and Michael Dixon, David Pelham, obviously, from last year was injured, and then Markel Crawford didn't play due to the high school injury. So I was glad to get some of those guys time. Now, starting next Thursday, we'll see how it goes and how the game goes. And as everyone here knows me, I'm a field guy on the way I sub. So that'll be probably a tad bit differently on Thursday.
Josh, when David goes down and has surgery a couple days ago, some of these young guys said that you came to and said it's time to step up.
Yeah.
What do you think about what Dom did tonight and Nick and Austin, these young guys that now have an opportunity for the next few weeks?
Yeah, they got a great opportunity in front of them, and they got to step up. No one's going to feel sorry for us. We got to step up and produce and get the job done, bottom line. Those guys got to play for us. And we got to be a better rebounding team. There's no question about that. Even though we won the board battle, we got to be a better rebounding team. I love the fact that we held them under 40% from the field and under 30% from three. But we got to get guard rebounding. We got to be a better guard rebounding team. And but again, I tell you, Dominic Woodson's come a long way. And let me tell you how proud I am of Dominic Woodson. When he got here in the early June, when that guy threw the ball at him, he would have said something, probably went back and pushed him because his reaction is to fight. He has come such a long way, and I gave him a big hug and told him I'm so proud of him because he didn't react. And his best reaction was no reaction. And I believe that sometimes the best reaction in life is no reaction. And he kept feeding the positive dog. See, when you feed the positive dog for Dominique, only good things happen. But when he feeds a negative dog, that's when he gets himself, and he's really come a long way on feeding the positive dog in his mind, on being positive and having positive body language and positive emotion. And when he does that, he's a good player for us. But he's got to be on an everyday basis.
Coach, Nick King said that he felt like he couldn't really hear you very well out there. Do you think that affected the press? Because it seemed like guys were kind of out of place.
Yeah, I felt we need some work on some pressing stuff, but, it was good to be able to play against another team that's so good on their press break. The press was good for us, I felt, in the second half. I think eventually just warmed down. But we need to clean up some things, but that's why we play these games. We'll go back and watch the tape tonight, and we've got practice tomorrow morning to start preparing for Austin Peay.
And Pastner, did you feel at any time that your guys were kind of forcing their shots because they had a lot of opportunities? They only shot 20% from the three-point line.
Well, we got to make threes. We got to get our three-point shots off of a paint touch, off of dribble penetration, off of a post catch backed out. We don't need to force the three-point shot off of dribbles. It needs to be catch shoot, and we're a better three-point shooting team than that. We just got to step up and make them. And one of the threes out of our 3 threes was from Anthony Cole. So, we got to do a lot of volume shooting tomorrow or these next couple days.
Josh, one more thing on the trap. Watching the game early on, I thought there were 2 different traps because at first it seemed like it was token, then the pressure got better, and you were trapping well in the second half. But Jaron was saying, no, it's just the intensity of how we trap. Is that what you have basically? Is that one trap, or is there other types?
we have multiple presses, Greg, but we got to clean up on some things, and some of the presses were better than the other presses, but we got to be better on some of them. That just on some of the nuances, we got to clean up. And we'll do that tomorrow. We're watching film tomorrow morning at 10:30.
With Nick King, was this kind of always the sort of production you thought that you'd be getting from him?
Yeah, John, but he's got to make free throws. I mean, he's got to make free throws. He's going to get to the free throw line a bunch because he plays with a high motor, and he's got to get to the free throw line and make free throws because he's going to get fouled. Him and Karan got to step up and make free throws. We can't shoot from the free throw line like we did in all of our guys. So that's a big thing. We got to step up and just make our free throws. And we're a good shooting team. I mean, we are a good shooting team. I mean, we are. We just got to step up and put the ball in the basket.
How do you feel, I guess, as a coach going into the season now as opposed to last year? You're coming off, you had a battle with those guys last year. More confident, obviously, and that your team's ready, or is it just?
Yeah, no, I mean, we got a heck of a schedule. So, I'm excited to see how we keep moving forward. Every game we play is going to be tough. We know we got to bring our A game. I love our team. I feel confident where we're at. We got to keep getting better. We're a long way to go, but I feel confident in where we're at, and we're making the right steps. It doesn't mean that we're a finished product because we're far, far from a finished product. We've got some work to do, a lot of work to do. But hey, let me tell you, this is a hard team to play against. That style is just hard to play against, and everyone here knows Christian Brothers has always given Memphis problems. Through all the years, even prior to me here, it's just a hard system to play against, especially when you don't practice against it all the time.
Coach, you guys had pretty balanced scoring tonight. Is that kind of what you expect to be a trend this season in terms of?
Yeah, I think through going to my 5th year here as a head coach, we've been pretty balanced. All the times we've played, we've been pretty a balanced team on scoring wise. The open man's the go-to man. That's the big thing.
Did you see anything tonight, Josh, that changes your mind at all about what combinations are possible, number one? And number two, the free throw shooting you mentioned earlier, how much will that play into what you might do in terms of combinations?
Well, I mean, I like our fact that our guys are getting to the free throw line, but we got to step up and put the ball in the basket. The combinations, I'm a feel guy, totally a feel guy. I kind of go with the flow. Hey, I might be subbing 5 and 5 to start the game. I might do that. Kind of just hockey line subs. And you know what? I think it might be good for us at times. So we'll see. It'll be through the feel of how I feel the game's going and the situation. But I'm a game by game. I'm a possession by possession. I mean, I'm telling you, when a team hits a 3, like I said, Michael Dixon, we don't play defense like that here. We don't allow 3-point shooters. Because I said, what are you trying to? I said, every time a 3 hits, I feel it in my heart, my stomach. I mean, it just eats at me away, like you can't even imagine. And I'm like, we don't go underneath screens. You got to be up the line. We talk about the terminology, your belly in the direction of the man, the butt in the direction of the ball. And Michael was too flat. He's got to be up the line. But it wasn't just him. It was a bunch of our guys. We got to be higher up the floor when we're in our half-court defense.
Hey, and John, do you have any of your own personal expectations for this team? Because it seems like, with y'all being in top 15.
I can tell you right now, my only focus is Austin Peay. Everyone's asked me about, hey, what about this? You better go. And anyone that knows me knows I'm only locked in on Austin Peay. That's the only thing. I will never look ahead of a game. I never take anyone for granted. Winning is not a birthright at all. And I take every possession seriously. Every possession seriously. So my expectation is we got to be ready for Austin Peay on Thursday.